What's up, Hanny? It's Lena. I should really check them here before I start going live. Anyway, okay. So, um, week of the meet. We're finally here. I am ready. I'm so ready. My body is ready. My body's ready to rest. Last week was an interesting week of training. Started off with a bang, really good with the squats. So happy to make an all-time life PR. That's awesome. I was very excited. You could tell in the video how happy I was. Um, I honestly never thought I would be squatting that much. It was a long road. Long road. Definitely paid off though to be patient and put in the work. So I'm very excited. I'm equally excited to hopefully beat that PR on the platform and get over 300 this Saturday. I definitely think I have it in me. Um, that 292 just moved way easier than I even expected it to. Um, After I did my first or my last warm up, which was I think 275, that went so well that I just knew it. I was like, I know I have 292 in me for sure. So I felt confident going in. So I definitely think that my opener or my second attempt will give me that confidence to deliver over 300 squat at the meet. So I'm excited about that. Um, and it felt really good. The 5 or 6 sets of 3 after were a little bit tough. I would say mainly the last 2 sets felt the hardest. The other 4 felt pretty doable. After I give you this recap, I will be heading into sorry, I'm moving it so much. I will be heading into the gym to finish up my last set of squats. I think you have me set to do 5 by 3 at 259. So we'll see how that goes. Um, I'm feeling pretty tired, pretty fatigued. I have couple of new pains that came up last week, so I'm hoping that squats still go well despite just feeling tired and ready to compete. So, but yeah, so that started off the week really good. My bench struggled a little bit this week. I'm not sure why, but I went a little bit lighter on my close grip, a little bit lighter on my Larson press because it just felt tough. And it might have just been I was tired from the squats and I did it later in the day. I had to split my workout into 2 sessions due to time. Then my day 3, my second session of bench, that actually went fine. I didn't have any issues there. Everything felt really good. I think that was the single at 132 and then 6 sets of 3 at 125. That was not a big deal. I finished that pretty strong. The last day of training, day 5, was pretty tough in terms of the bench press. I think my back was pretty sore from deadlifts, which is to be expected, and which I did the day before. And I have this new pain that started like on Thursday, like right here, right there. I don't know what is going on. I haven't looked up my anatomy book to find out exactly which muscle that is right there, but it's like starts below my clavicle, goes up past and like up into my neck. Um, I don't feel it very much when I'm benching. It doesn't seem to bother me during the bench. It is bothering me when I set up for my squat. Like when I first get into the bar and I kind of stretch and get that placement on my back, I can feel this pulling. Um, it's not getting worse. It's not really getting better. We'll see what rest does to it if it makes it feel better. I don't think I Honestly, I just think this muscle is agitated. I'm going to try to get in for a massage either Tuesday or Wednesday, and hopefully that will relieve it a little bit. Um, but yeah, so I don't know if that affected my bench or if it's just My body's done, exhausted, um, but I could not get there was no way I was gonna get 6 sets of 4 at 127 without grinding out the reps, and I did not wanna do that because I knew that would just make things worse. So, what I did was I did my top single at 142.5. That went fine. I would say my pause is not long enough, but otherwise it felt good. Um, then when I went to the back down sets, I did 2 sets at 127. The first set felt pretty tough. I did all 4 paused. So the second set, I did the first rep pause, the other 3 touch and go. It still felt pretty tough. So I backed it down. I did 125 for 2 sets, all reps pause. That was okay. I still felt like they were really slowing down and I was grinding the last rep a little bit. So the last 2 sets, I backed it down to 122.5 and finished off there. So, I hope it's okay that I made that call, but I just knew I would not get 6 sets of 4 at 127. Like um, it would have been pretty tough. Tougher than I think we wanted it to be. I'm assuming that, it should have been hard. Yes, I get it, but not to the point where I'm grinding out every rep because that's when things start to hurt. So, I hope it's okay. I made that call. Um, and squats that day felt okay as well. It went pretty light just because, again, my body was just like tired. Um, the other weird pain that I got that came up was on Thursday after I did day 3 of squats and bench. My right calf muscle, the gastrocnemius, it felt tight, but it's nothing I have not felt before, so I wasn't really that concerned. I went and picked up my kids from school. We were walking around town. I went across the street and I started to like jog across the street because there were cars waiting. And I felt like a pop or a pull on my calf muscle. I was like where I didn't fall, but I definitely like dropped or limped for a second. Um, and then I kinda scuttled across the street, and then from that night, it was really hard to even walk. I couldn't to walk on my right leg. I iced it, I elevated it. The next I was really nervous and really worried. I was freaked out. Thought about contacting you, but I was like, "Wait, let's just see how it feels the next day. Maybe this is just like a freak thing." So the next day I woke up and, it felt a lot better. I could walk on it. I was still limping a little bit, like favoring that leg, but I could definitely walk on it and it definitely was feeling better. I took Friday off of doing anything just to rest it. And then by Saturday, when I went in for deadlifts, it was fine. Um I was walking normal again and it wasn't hurting. I could feel it a little bit when I set up. So like kind of like right after I screw my feet into the ground, I kinda stand tall. I could feel it for a second there because I noticed when I heard it Thursday night, I kinda did the deadlift motion and standing at the top, and that lockout was when I felt it the most. So, I could feel it a teeny tiny bit during my setup, but I didn't feel it at all during my deadlift, so I wasn't worried. Yesterday during my squats, again, I could feel it a little bit right after my walkout, and I would set my feet. Um, I felt it a little bit there, but not during my squats. So, um, anyway, so I think I'm over that. It was a little bit of a scare, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. I think it's going to get even better as I rest this week. So, that one I'm not worried about. I am worried about a little bit about this one here. So I'm going to see how it goes today with my squats and see if I can feel it. They definitely hurt yesterday when I was getting doing my setup. You could probably see it on my face, but they got better as the sets went on. The first couple sets felt really tight. So, like if I do that, I can just feel it right there. So I don't know if I just need to do a really good stretch or what, but it's just pulling all the way down. Um, Glutes are feeling fine. My left hip is just feeling a little more sore than my right hip, but nothing to be worried about. back is now fine. It was sore yesterday from deadlifts. It's now fine. It usually takes a day to rest or get better. Um, but yeah, so deadlifts were fine this week. I think the 360, I think you had 355, and so I just went up to 358. I feel like it went pretty well. I could do a better job of just keeping my arms pulled in, keeping those lats tight. But overall, I think it moved pretty dang fast, and I was happy about that. And all the other back down sets, 7 sets of 2, I feel like they all moved pretty well. I don't feel like they slowed down at all between set 1 and set 7, so I was happy about that. And yeah, and overall squats went pretty well too. Like I said, I went pretty light on my weight on day 5 because that was just a rough day overall in training. But to only have one really rough day and meet prep, I think that's pretty dang good. So anyway, all right. So there's my full recap. I sent you the warm ups. Sorry that I didn't get that part filled out. And I got my attempt selection sheet. I looked over that. Everything looked good. I'm happy with what we have set up for me. I think all of the attempts are doable and achievable, and they would all be PRs that would all make a bigger total for me, which I'm happy about. Um, yeah, so I don't think I have any other questions or concerns. I'll go squat now, see how it goes. And I will see you definitely Saturday. I'll see you Saturday. I think I'm flight No, I'm platform 5, flight C on Saturday. Weigh-ins are at 6 a.m., which is like so early, but whatever. Warm-ups, I think, start at 8 a.m. I am gonna finish my last training session on Wednesday, so I don't have to stress about finding a gym on Thursday. I will do some type of movement after I get off the plane to get my blood flowing again, like you mentioned, and just move a lot and get up a lot during my flight. I will do that. Think that's it. So I will be in touch. I'll let you know when I land and get there, and I do plan to head down and watch Primetime Thursday night, Primetime Friday, of course. So I'm sure I'm going to see you around. And that's it. All right. Talk to you later. Let's do this.